supporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady Lake. Y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report, man. Make sure you support the movement at blackfoxnews.com/shop. You know what I'm saying? Continue to support us as we continue to support y'all. You see me in the Earth Day hoodie, you feel me, with the blue logo. We got the alternate red logo. We got this material and other product in different colors too, man. Imagine every bit of swag in your wardrobe on everything. Make sure you check that out, man. And support us. We continue to support y'all, giving y'all that news. And you see how the political world was shaking up this past weekend when the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was actually announced. This is an 87-year-old woman who was actually the most prominent figure of the liberal wing of the Supreme Court, put in that position in '93 by Bill Clinton. She was only the second woman to ever even be on the Supreme Court. So she was definitely a big deal, left-leaning, supported like women's reproductive health and women's rights and LGBT rights and preserving Obamacare. But now, in her being deceased, now there's a race to actually fill her spot. Now, as you should know, the presidents actually choose who the justices are. So this right now had a Supreme Court that was already conservative leaning 5-4. Now is at 5-3 with the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and has the potential of going to 6-3 if Trump actually puts in one of his cronies. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real, like, you see how the system they got of Trump and picking these justices, and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and them, they just been like running these justices into these federal judgeships, lifetime appointments. Now, what you think is going to happen with the Supreme Court situation? But Ruth Bader Ginsburg's dying request given to her stepdaughter was actually that no one replaces her until after the election. How about that? But Mitch McConnell, the Senate Majority Leader, he has vowed to actually hold a vote on putting somebody in place, which is crazy because back in 2016, after Justice Antonin Scalia died, and Obama had Merrick Garland to actually go into the justice spot, Mitch McConnell shut that down. So, hypocrisy at its finest. Green Wall and Graduation. Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report, man. You see where we at. Make sure you check out blackfoxnews.com/shop to support the movement. Get you an Earth Day hoodie too, or you can get our other stuff in other different color shapes and sizes. But to all my hustlers, my go-getters, my small business owners, my large company owners, check out blackfoxnews.com/opportunities. We actually have great advertising deals and packages for our social media platforms and beyond, and for all of our content actually. So definitely let's get money together. Hit the go to that page and follow the instruction. And check this out though, back to the news. We are set to actually pass 200,000 deceased due to COVID-19. That's right, it ain't over. Rona still out here rolling motherfuckers over. Noses bars for real, but this shit is serious. And check out BFN World Broadcast number 17, aka Rona, and listen to the facts on that. And think about where we were then and where we are now. The most deaths to COVID-19 in the world. Trump was downplaying it back then, and now here he's like, we found out that he was lying about it, knowingly trying to lie to the public about it. Like, this is insane. And at the end of the day, you had people that were the Washington National Cathedral actually rang they big ass bell, dong, like 200 times, one time for every 1,000 lives lost. So shit is real. In New York, they actually led a march. The people who actually lost people to COVID-19 or whatever, and they're talking about Trump lied, 200,000 died. Like, and they can't even say they're wrong on that. But the CDC, more than other COVID-19 news, the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, actually reversed their statement on initially saying that people that are asymptomatic for COVID-19 actually would not have, if they are around someone who's been infected, actually would not have to get tested. But now they put it back to saying that you do have to get tested after finding out that there was a lot of objection from the scientists in the CDC to that publishing being made, and that it was likely done by like a political operative or somebody from the Trump administration. You already know how they're getting down, whatever. And Jahana Hayes, African American representative in Connecticut, the latest U.S. politician to actually contract COVID-19. So everybody stay woke out there, man. And take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of your health. Green War and Graduation. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report, man. Make sure you check out blackfoxnews.com/opportunities, man. Especially if you a business owner out there, a small business owner or large corporation holder. We got all sorts of advertising packages and deals across our social media platforms and our content that we could actually form a very prestigious collaboration. So definitely check that out. It's also internships and other positions too for everybody else that's watching. But on to this news though. 31 million is the official infection count of globally for COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? Around 31 million. You know, these numbers fluctuate by the minute and hour, but that's overall where we are. 31 million with damn near a million deceased from COVID-19 globally. So the U.S. actually has the highest numbers, as I told y'all before, but right after the U.S. is you have Brazil with 137,000 deaths. And India is second to the U.S. in infections with 5.6 million infections. I think the U.S. is at like between 6.5 and 7, so approaching 7. But nevertheless, UNICEF actually has said that COVID-19 may have pushed an additional 150 million children into poverty, and a 15% increase from what the number already was, bringing the number basically approaching 1.2 billion children in the world that are living without sufficient access to housing, education, nutrition, sanitation, or water. So shit is real out here, man. Green War and Graduation. Count your blessings. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report, man. Make sure y'all check out blackfoxnews.com/shop, but definitely blackfoxnews.com/LPay. LPAI, that's an acronym for Let's Post About It. We have our own social media platform where you can come onto the channel and we have a forum, open discussions. We can share documents, we can exchange data, real live data and information, so we can get down to the truth of some of these matters and have discussions that we as a people, whether it's the black people, whether it's the hip-hop community people, American people and beyond, can actually have these conversations that need to be had today. So make sure you join blackfoxnews.com/LPay. Let's post about it. Now, on to the news. Is COVID-19 still rocking the world? You have Guatemalan President Alejandro Giammattei. He's actually the fourth Latin American head of state to actually contract COVID-19. So you know that's raising a lot of eyebrows over in Madrid, Spain. They're actually considering another lockdown after seeing the spike. Over in Belgium, they're seeing they've actually surpassed like 100,000 infections. So and in the United Kingdom, the public health minister actually said that the UK is reaching a tipping point because people aren't really adhering to the rules being put in place. And you know, there's gonna start being heavy penalties for it. Like it's already set up to where you not abiding by the COVID-19 rule can actually get you a $13,000 fine. But at this point, they're like, well, with people not following the rules, they may have to institute a second nationwide lockdown. Right now, the only country to do that is Israel. So, Green War and Graduation. This report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. You know I gotta keep y'all on point, even when it comes down to this weather shit, man. A lot of times you see me with the Earth Day hoodie or whatever. A lot of times we want to forget about the environment, but until shit hits the fan, like with these wildfires that have been happening on the West Coast, still putting out toxic air, making the West Coast of the U.S. one of the most toxic, polluted air, having the worst toxic air quality in the world. So right now, Oregon and that's, you know, Oregon, Washington, California, where these fires are taking place. You have the Bobcat fire, which is actually the largest wildfire to ever take place in Los Angeles County, having taken up 100,000 acres. Burned through it, and it's just at 15% containment. And then you have the August Complex fire, which has burned 830,000 acres. This is the largest fire in California history or whatever. That's in Mendocino County. Has been going, and it's still going. The Bobcat fires started 2 weeks ago or whatever. So these are fires that are still just burning, causing toxicity in the air. You have doctors from Oregon and California that are worried about the spike that they're seeing in people visiting the hospital, as like these cities are just being wrapped around toxic ash and smoke and all of that. So Green Wall and Graduation, man, stay woke. Report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report, man. Let your politics be bringing out something different in these politicians, man. Even in your boy Donald Trump, your boy as in like whoever the fuck is watching. I'm sure there's a MAGA hater somewhere that's gonna click on this, but nevertheless, but the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, they have actually approved $13 billion to be given to Puerto Rico. This is 3 years after Hurricane Maria. Like a lot of damage had been done from that hurricane. About 3,000 people's deaths were attributed to that hurricane. A lot of them coming from the power grid being shut down. So this $13 billion is actually supposed to go towards rebuilding the power grid in Puerto Rico. Now, this is interesting timing because it was announced. This is days after Joe Biden had already announced the plan that to rebuild Puerto Rico, or whatever. So it's convenient that this is coming out. To keep in mind, a lot of people evacuated Puerto Rico from Hurricane Maria and went to Florida, huge swing state. And they not really feeling Trump on it. It's definitely not on how he handled Maria. You dig what I'm saying now? In Green Wall and Graduation. This report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report. Just a heads up, early voting has actually begun in some states. You got Virginia, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Wyoming. Actually had crazy long ballot lines Friday. So just everybody stay woke, and if you feel like the voting is the thing to do, you might feel like you need to do something about that. Green Wall and Graduation. This report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News Report, man. Right now, shout out to BuzzFeed News. They do some stellar reporting. They used to have like the kind of like the goofy headlines and all of that, whatever. But they really be dropping knowledge and putting us on, because they got hold of 2,100 reports that have been filed by U.S. banks alerting U.S. Treasury's FinCEN, which is basically the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, warning them about suspicious transactions. These transactions total to about $2 trillion, but basically showed how global banks had actually been helping transfer illegal money worldwide, from like weapons deals to Russian oligarchs to drug dealers and all of that shit. Like, for example, it was found that HSBC had helped launder $880 million worth of money for drug cartels in Latin America. Or another example, Barclays was actually found in it to have helped transfer money for Russian oligarchs, for associates of Russian President Vladimir Putin, in order to avoid sanctions that are actually out there against Russian oligarchs. Or another example where you have J.P. Morgan Chase, and I could have saw this coming fascinating over the plate, because J.P. Morgan Chase, what they did was they helped Trump's former associate Paul Manafort, who I read about, and check out BFN World Broadcast number 12. I'll talk about him in the beginning of that. And he was actually on trial in his facing jail time or whatever, in jail for corruption and money laundering. And he even through J.P. Morgan Chase was able to bounce money back and forth between shell companies. So that's some favor shit right there, because Trump helped those companies out, a lot of banks out, by forgetting about that LIBOR scandal that ended up making credit card rates go up across the entire planet and all of that. But wicked shit that you could probably already predict is happening, but now they caught with their hands in the cookie jar. And for y'all MAGA motherfuckers that be thinking like Trump is so for the people and all of that, really judge him by how he handles that shit. I already know what's gonna happen, but for you know what I mean? Green Wall and Graduation though. Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. Make sure you check out blackfilesnews.com/LPAI. LPAI is the acronym for Let's Post About It. It's actually a social media forum. You go in there, you create a profile, and it allows you to like converse with people in these forums, upload documents, share videos, so we can actually have meaningful conversation, honest conversation, and get to some heavy solutions to some of these heavy problems that we have out here as a community, as a black community, as an American community, as a hip-hop community. Everybody from the PhDs to the scientists to the drug dealers to the rappers to the church goers to the party goers, everybody could be on there. It's a forum out there for you, and let's unify on that, man. And now back to this news though, because you know that's what we do at BFN. The Trump administration is actually announced that it's going to impose sanctions on like 20 different people and entities related to Iran's nuclear program. Now, this is interesting, and I'm gonna break down why. First off, this comes after the U.S. actually tried to unilaterally reimpose all United Nations sanctions against Iran. Now, see, members of the Security Council at Iran, with the United Nations, actually said that and this includes like Britain, France, Germany, like nothing is been reimposed, and the U.S. doesn't even have any legal standing ground to do an action like that. Keep in mind that back in 2018, Trump pulled the United States out of the Iran nuclear deal, so it's just seems ironic that now we're trying to punish them for having a nuclear program. It seems like when we already had a scenario set up to where we could already meet on terms that we were looking for. So this is the type of fuck shit that happens in the White House and foreign relations level that really just doesn't make sense. It seems to put us in worse positions so that we got to keep relying on the military industrial complex. You dig what I'm saying though? Is you following me, man? This shit is just mind-boggling, but I still gotta let y'all know what's happening though. And you heard it here first. You always gonna hear it here. That's Greenwald Graduation. Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. Make sure you check out blackfilesnews.com/opportunities for internships, other positions that we're actually looking to fill, and it also to check out all of the advertising deals, especially for all my hustlers and go-getters out there, all my small business owners, large corporation owners. We got advertising deals and packages that can have you on all of these posts or all of our content, or on our website or on our social media platforms. So definitely get with us, man. We can get money together, man, woman, and child. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Because we do honest business over here, conscious advertising. You know the shit. And now check this out though. As far as the elections in Peru, not the elections, pardon me, but the president of Peru, Martin Vizcarra, actually survived an impeachment attempt. They actually voted on impeaching him Friday because he was accused of like trying to secure like government contracts and, you know what I mean, misallocation of those contracts, as well as being accused of obstructing the investigation into his moves on that or whatever. So Peru is going through it too as a country, especially with this COVID-19 crisis on hand. So the economy is definitely suffering. So maybe they didn't need a change of power, or shit, maybe they did. We'll see though. Greenwald and Graduation. Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Files News Report. So over in Belarus, you had hundreds of women that were actually arrested after like 100,000 people took to protest in the streets of Belarus, protesting, calling for the resignation of President Alexander Lukashenko, who actually won a highly contested re-election last month. Right, so and that's when these protests actually began, and there have been violent crackdowns by security officials out there since these demonstrations started. Again, as a result of Lukashenko winning a shady re-election bid. Now, this actually is also has put the spotlight on police officers and police brutality. This all happened while hackers had actually leaked the personal information of like 1,000 Belarusian police officers. So I guess that's in retaliation for the beatings they've been given on the people. The people was tired of it though, and they tired of corruption. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised if it don't happen here in the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Green Wall and graduation. Everybody stay. Streets reporter of the world, though the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report, man. You know I'm still a rap at the end of the day, even though I'll be giving y'all this news. But make sure you check out my mixtape. Only Instagram mixtape ever done at @still_I_grind. And actually the paraphernalia for the mixtape too, you can actually find at the same place that you can get this Earth Day hoodie from, blackfoxnews.com/shop. Link is in the Black Fox News bio. You can get yourself different color shapes and sizes for anything in your wardrobe, match with any swag, any colors you got, man, on guard. Like, make sure you check that out. Now check this out though. Back to the news. Pauline Bynum, this is a Cameroonian woman who actually been living in the United States since she was 2 years old, but due to the bullshit immigration system that we have under this administration, to be frank, she spent the last few years in the Irwin County Detention Center. This is a for-profit immigration center in Georgia. So while she's been in there, she actually had one of the doctors, non-board certified OBGYN, actually removed her fallopian tube. They performed a hysterectomy on this woman without her consent. And apparently this was done by a doctor who, according to this whistleblower complaint that's bringing an investigation into this now, actually has been performing hysterectomies on a bunch of immigrant women at the detention center without their consent. Nevertheless, this woman has been granted a humanitarian release after they had tried to deport her, even after she had made the allegation, and therefore they would have needed her for, like, you know, to bring any charges or whatever. They were trying to deport her to Cameroon, a place that she ain't even living. So there you have it. Green Wall graduation though. Reporter of the New World, though the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. Protesters being charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest in New York City, whereas Times Square, where they had actually gathered a bunch of people who gathered non-violently to protest, demanding the abolition of ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. This is the police arm of the Department of Homeland Security, basically. These are the people that Trump be gassing up to, like, arrest all and deport all of these immigrants. You know what I'm saying? Now, in doing so, though, there were 86 people arrested at these protests. Officers, there's video footage showing the officers actually, like, trying to break up chain links that people were doing, these arm links and all of that, and even violently, like, coming at some of the bicyclists out there. Green Wall and graduation. This report of the New World, though the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report, man. You see me in my Earth Day hoodie, you know, you can get yourself one too. Support the movement. Remind everybody to think green and to think BFN. Hey, if you go to blackfoxnews.com/shop, support the movement as we continue to support y'all. You know what I mean? Give y'all this news. So over in New York City, for example, at the Metronome, bet you wouldn't have known this or even cared to know why it's important. But over in Metronome at Union Square, New York City, they actually unveiled the global climate clock. Now, this is a clock that's counting down to a time to where significant action needs to take place in dealing with climate change before its most catastrophic events become irreversible. So if you go to New York City and you see the Metronome in Union Square, you will see this clock counting down. Streets reporter of the New World, though the Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So y'all peep how Trump was talking about banning TikTok in the US or whatever. Well, there was actually a deal reached that will now avert that ban, where the 20% of the U.S. operations of TikTok will actually be owned by Oracle and Walmart, two powerhouse companies. But oddly enough, the remaining 80% will actually still be owned by ByteDance, the Chinese company that created TikTok. Now, this Oracle is supposed to host the user data, and Trump apparently wants $5 billion from this deal that he signed off on to go towards his Patriotic Education Commission, that right-wing Nazi shit that he's trying to bring to the education system. Like, let's be real, not trying to be an alarmist here, but isn't this the shit that all y'all on the right wing was worried about him doing with that education commission type shit, having these camps, these education camps, trying to reprogram motherfuckers? Like, but now it's okay when he does it? Or give me a fucking break, man. But everybody stay woke though. Green War graduation. This report of the New World Order, Bishop Grady letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So a federal judge actually blocked Donald Trump's attempt to shut down Chinese app WeChat. This was actually planned to take place on Sunday, but it was blocked before then. The judge cited that Trump's block and executive order appeared to be a violation of free speech. Green War and graduation. Bishop Grady, man, this is an editor's note. This is not even a BFN report. I'm the editor-in-chief of Black Fox News, so I could do that, you dig? But just one small notice out there to people, y'all. If y'all do want to partake in this upcoming election, November 3rd, I say vote for who you're going to vote for, whatever, but let's build. Let's plan. Let's actually move as if this government and shit is about to shut down and we need to be self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? Let's plan like that for real. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you want to play politics, cool, but the voting system there needs to be tweaked. We need to be talking about some ranked choice voting. We need to get some different parties in there. You know I'm coming with the graduation party, but if you do want to partake in politics, sure, but that is not and cannot be the end-all be-all. Green War and graduation.